Hello friends, welcome to Ladakh and thanks for choosing Mototour Ladakh. So guys, as you guys have already signed up for Mototour tour in Ladakh, so I'm gonna tell you a overview about your trip, how your tour is gonna be, what are the things that you need to keep in your mind, and a few other things that you should it's going to be helpful for you, right? So guys, in motorcycle trip it is very important to keep few things in mind, like for example, before, when we hand over a bike to you, you guys have to, and you have, at that time you guys have to sign a indemnity bond which says that if anything happens to the bike, especially physical damage to your bike, like example, if you have met with an accident or any damage happened to your bike, then that damage you guys have to compensate, right? Because all these rental bikes, especially the rental bikes in Ladakh, they do not cover full insurance, because most of these bikes have third party insurance. So if any physical damage happens to the bike, that you have to take care of it. And also, before handing over the bike, you guys please make a video of the bike, very good video of the bike from all direction, because if anything damages the bike, so you can show it, you can show it to our marshal or the team that this damage was already there. So just as a proof, just make a video of your bike before handing over, right? So guys, another important thing is punctuality, right? The reason is because this is going to be a guided motorcycle trip. You guys will be going as a group, not as an individual. If this would have been an individual trip, then you can go according to your plan. But since there are a lot of people from different background, people from different background have signed up for the same group, so you guys have to respect time of other traveler also. We have seen that in many groups, some people, their trip get delayed because of one or two person. So in order to avoid that, please keep that in your mind, that punctuality is very important. If your marshal has given you a time, respect that time and go according to that time. So in our motor tour motorcycle trip, what are the things that you need to carry, right? So the first thing is, in Ladakh is a very cold area, so thermal is must, whether it is summer or winter, no matter what, thermal is must. Raincoat and pants, and gloves, and preferably your own gear, especially helmets and your own gears, to just to be comfortable with yourself. In any case, we are going to provide you a helmet, a riding jacket, but if you wanted to get your own riding gears, then you should get it, right? And other than that, anything that is you think that you need it for the trip, you can bring it according to that need. So today, as you guys have reached Manali today, and we welcome you, and so your trip will start tomorrow. So guys, our team is already there at the hotel, and they are going to hand over bikes and gears very soon. So today is your have your dinner, you will get all your bikes, and tomorrow around 8:30 or 9, depending upon the marshal, he will tell you the time, what time you need to leave. You guys will be leaving for a place called Sarchu. So there, it will take you around 5 to 6 hours to reach Sarchu, with one pass which you have to cross is called Baralacha Pass. So guys, the distance from Manali to Sarchu is around 240 kilometers, which will be which you guys can cover in 5 to 6 hours, including stop at various places for photography, photography, tea break, lunch break, and Baralacha Pass, and at some place, some tourist spots, and then you reach Sarchu, right? So that is going to be your first day on a motorcycle. Second day is, you'll get, and since you guys should reach Sarchu by 5:36, so the facility at Sarchu is very basic compared to other places, because Sarchu is a temporary shelter for travelers, and it gets very windy, so it is very difficult to difficult to manage resources at Sarchu. That's why you guys have to bear that one day, because it is very difficult to manage this accommodations at Sarchu, and have your dinner, and after tomorrow, next day after breakfast, you guys will be leaving for Leh. That distance is again 40 to 50 kilometers. That day is going to be one of the toughest one of the toughest stretch of your route, because the reason is lots of widening road widening things are happening, and you guys on that day you guys will be crossing 2-3 passes, which are first Nakila, Taklangla Pass, Mori Plains, and the 22 curve, which we call it Ghata loops, right? So that day is going to be a little tough for you guys, but after that, it's going to be very smooth ride for you guys. And if everything goes according to plan, you guys should reach Leh by 5:36 or maximum 7. So that also depends on the condition of the road. So first day is going to be a acclimatization day, and in the evening some of our member will come to you and they will meet you and they will take give you all the essential gears that we have, that is part of the package. And next day you guys will leave for Nubra, right? And those who have signed up for 6 nights 7 days, they will come one day earlier. So which means they will come one day earlier, and they will have a acclimatization day on the first day, and the second day they will have a local sightseeing of Sham Valley, in which they will cover Gurdwara Patthar Sahib, Magnetic Hill, and Sangam, and few other tourist spots, right? On the second day you guys will leave for Nubra via Khardungla. So the distance from Leh to Nubra is about 130 kilometers, and you guys will be covering that distance in about 5 to 6 hours. The reason why it is taking 5 to 6 hours just to cover 130 kilometers, the reason is because since you guys are here for tourism, you guys are here for adventure, and because of that you guys will be stopping at different places for tourism, tea break, lunch break, and some activities. For example, when you leave from Nubra, you guys will be stopping at various places to, just to show your permits, and at some places to, for photography break, at Khardungla sometimes for photography, videography, and at some places you will be stopping for tea and lunch break. And before going to Nubra, you will be stopping at a place for to do activity, for example activity like ATV ride, zip line, go-karting, and all, right? So after that, your marshal will take you to the famous Dishkit monastery, where there is 108 feet statue of future Buddha is there. And once you visit Dishkit monastery and future Buddha at the Dishkit monastery, then your team will be taken to the camp in Shayo. So in Nubra, you guys will be staying for 2 nights. First night just lay to Nubra, doing activity and all, and stay at the camp. Second day, you don't need to check out from the Nubra hotel. You have to keep all your baggages, but you need to ride on your bike, and your marshal will take you to Turtuk Thang, the last border village of Indian territory, right? So Turtuk Thang is a place which used to be part of POK, or Pakistan occupied Kashmir, from 1947 to 1971. So between 1947 to 1971, that whole area of Turtuk area used to be part of POK, right? So POK is a beautiful village. The total distance is about 90 kilometers for one side, and up and down it goes to 180 kilometers. So it will take you about 2.5 to 3 hours one side, and for both side you can say 6 to maximum 7 hours. So it's going to be a day trip to Turtuk, where your marshal will take you to Turtuk. You'll got to see the last zero border village, and you can see in the settlements on the other side of LOC, and you will also find lots of military presence all over the places, right? And if you get and also you will be having your lunch in Turtuk or in Thang, and if you get time you can also spend some time in the village, go for a walk in the village, and in the evening come back to your camp. But before coming back to your camp, your marshal will take you to the famous sand dunes at Hundar, where you guys can do double hump camel safari. Also over there you will get plenty of time. You can say like you will get couple of hours to spend there, if you wanted to do camel safari, or if you don't want to do, you can just sit and relax near the sand dunes, and there are cafes out there. Spend some time with the cafe also. So, and after that you have to go back to your camp. And right, so this is the two nights in Nubra. So, like as we have already shared the itineraries with you guys, that your meal, except for the first day, breakfast and dinner is included in your package, right? So, which means you don't need to worry about your breakfast and dinner. The only thing you need to take care is lunch, which also your marshal will knows where to stop. So every day when you are traveling, when you are riding on your bike, so your marshal will know where to stop. He is going to stop at a place where you'll get a multiple cuisine option, mostly North Indian food you will get. At some places you might also get Ladakhi food or Tibetan food, like noodles, momo, soup, and some other dishes also. Right, so 2 nights in Nubra, and the next day you have to check out from hotel in your camp in Nubra. Then you will be leaving for Pangong from a route called Shayok Valley route. The Shayok Valley route is located between two very famous mountain ranges of Ladakh, which are Karakoram on the left hand side and Ladakh range on the right hand side. So the valley is named after the river which flows from that valley. It's called Shayok River, and eventually the river joined with Indus in Gilgit-Baltistan. Right. So on that day from Nubra to Pangong, you are there in the name of tourism. There's nothing to do except for the beautiful Pangong Lake, and there will be no network. Also, the ride is going to be very smooth, and you'll also find a little bit of off-roading on that day also. Because the reason why you get off-roading, because at that point, because there are lots of widening things are happening, and military is they're widening the roads over there. So that's why you will find a little bit of off-road roads from Nubra to Pangong. And also in the month of June ending till August ending, you might also find some water crossing, sometimes high, sometimes low. Now it depends on weather, because weather in Ladakh is very unpredictable, especially during, especially at the passes. We never know when it is going to rain or when it is going to snow at the passes. And especially in that Shayok route, there's a chance that you have to cross few water crossings. Right, once you cross that, then you will reach Pangong in about 5 to 6 hours, I would say. So which means you should, if you leave at around 8:30 from Nubra, then you should reach Pangong by 3:34. Right, so on the way you will be, like every day, you will be stopping at a place for tea, lunch break, some break, and you'll and also some photography breaks, which your marshal will know where to stop and all. So make sure whenever you are traveling or riding, go as a group, right? And the very important part about this guided trip, especially in a motorcycle guided trip, marshal plays a very important role, right? Because if you listen to your marshal, then your tour is going to be very smooth, because we have seen some people, they do not listen to marshal, and they do their own things, and they face troubles during their journey. So the best thing to do is just follow your marshal, and maintain pace with your marshal while riding. So guys, in Pangong, you guys will be staying in a camp in a village called Merak or Spangmek or Lukung. So it depends. It depends on which plan you have choose. So basically, it's a nice village where you will get a very good view of the lake, and you can, if you get time, you can go for a walk near the lake. And also, while most of the camps are, they're very close to lake, and you will get plenty of time to enjoy near the lake also. Another thing about Pangong is you guys will not get any mobile coverage. So make sure, guys, when you leave from Nubra to Pangong, please inform your family, friends, and relatives back home that that day you guys will be out of network area. Because what happens is sometimes, if you do not inform them, they might get worried, because every day you guys must have, a video call or message or phone their your family members. Then one day if they didn't get any response from you, they might get worried. So that's the reason you should inform your family in advance that you guys will be out of network area for one day, from which is Nubra to Pangong. So guys, next day is Pangong to Leh. The total distance is going to be 135 to 40 kilometers, and it shouldn't take more than 5 to 6 hours, including stop for lunch, tea break, and tourism break, right? So that day you guys will be going to Leh from a pass called Changla Pass. Changla Pass is almost same as Khardungla, but little lower than Khardungla. It's somewhere around 17,500 feet, right? So again, after having lunch on that day, you guys will be your marshal will take you to the famous Tikse monastery, which is one of the largest monastery in Ladakh. And after that, Rancho school. And once it is done, then you guys will be back at your hotel. So once you have completed the Leh circuit, now tomorrow you guys will be, so next day you guys will be leaving for Kargil, or yeah, next day you guys will be leaving for Kargil. So today, on that day, you will be covering a distance of 210 kilometers and staying in a camp. And on the way, you guys will be doing few tourism activities like Magnetic Hill, Sangam, and Gurdwara Patthar Sahib, right? And also stopping at Lama Yuru Moonland and have your lunch, tea break, and on the way, and you should reach Kargil by 3:30 or 4, right? So that's the second last day of your trip. And next day, after having a breakfast at Kargil camp, then you guys will be leaving for Srinagar, which is the last stretch of your tour, right? So that distance is again like 230 to 40 kilometers, and you guys will be covering that distance in 6 to 7 hours maximum. So that day you will be stopping at Dras War Memorial, Zojila Pass, and sometime at the Sonmarg, the famous this Srinagar meadow in Kashmir Valley. And you guys should reach Srinagar by 4:30 or 5. Yes, and then once you reach Srinagar, you will be checking into a hotel, and your trip will end. You guys have to hand over your bikes, gears, and whatever gears that we have provided to you. Hand it over to our team and say goodbye to our team. Thank you.